Shame.
Well done. Well done. Well, Stu's obviously commenting because of I'm assuming my attire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusted off the old Dreadnought's top. If they'd have lost yesterday, would you have
It was very dusty.
Yeah. I still got a bag of a load of my old tops. I don't know why I keep them. I might hang them up all behind me.
If they'd lost, would I have still busted it out?
Yeah.
No, because I had to pick against them. Because this is the thing.
Oh,
I picked Portsmouth first, and then you were like, "Oh, I wanted Portsmouth. I'm from Portsmouth." Yeah. And then so I was the gracious gentleman, had to pick against them, let you have your team, because you weren't a fan of both of us picking them to win. No. So I had to go against my heart, and so I'll take the L. I'll take the L in the rankings, but I'll take the W in my heart.
In every end zone, I've scored tries on every one of those 4 fields at the rugby club. So I started going there when I was 6 years old.
So there's a big question. There's a big question.
Is there a question? Oh shit! What's that? It looks like you've hidden it.
I haven't, mate. It is gone.
Oh, boring.
Yeah, no, it's in another room to annoy the missus.
Oh right.
Yeah, I've decided. No, so it's now in the bedroom. On her side of the bed. That's just me sleeping with a TV box.
Nice. Not for the first time.
And there's been lonely nights in Casadu Oz.
We should welcome everyone to the show.
We 100% should welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. This is, what are we, fucking week 10? I don't even know what week we are. Week 10.
Yeah,
shut up. 10. This is I've been working for this company that's not really a company for fucking 6 years, 7 years or whatever.
Oh, Sportech, you mean?
Yeah. This is not the time to take the piss out of my accent, right? You've heard me say the number 10.
Yeah.
God knows how many times.
I've also heard you say negative, which is hilarious.
It's also controversial at times.
Yeah. You did upset a couple of the teammates at during a pre-game speech once.
Yes, I did. Just because I got a couple of eyebrows. Like, did you mean to say it that way?
Yeah. I saw the looks. I was like, I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah. No, my pronunciation of the word opposite to positive because of my accent does raise some eyebrows with certain people. But we're here, week 10 of the rundown. We had some amazing football over the weekend.
Ian Hardy's here, which is good because he was fucking funny last week.
He was. He was making fun of my beard. I was hiding. The cat is around though. The cat was on stream. Just before.
Is it a he?
It's a he. Yeah.
Yeah, Lancelot.
Yes. So he was on stream earlier on. He's been a needy little bastard since we got back. I don't need to buy one of your new ones because Cadell said he said he was gonna hook me up with one. Mike Cadell, who's, I can't remember his official title with the Dreadnoughts, he said he was gonna sort me out. So Cadell, if you're watching, whenever you want to send me the new one, hit me up on Facebook and I'll send you my address. And so it begins. But we had some amazing football over the weekend, and I saw none of it and no results apart from.
I wanted to talk about this.
I know zero results. The only result I know was the Dreadnoughts Somerset game. That's the only game I know the result of. I have no idea what happened for any other games.
There was some good stuff. So obviously we'll go through that shortly. But I wanted you to tell everyone about what you did on the weekend.
I went to Download, mate. I went to Download Festival, and it was fucking amazing. And I would have taken it over any and all Brit Ball any day of the week. No, it was great. Saw Metallica on the Thursday night as the headliner, and then Bring Me the Horizon was on Friday, and then Metallica played again on Saturday, a completely different set, like none of the same.
Oh, wow.
Forever. And then lost my shit to Slipknot and Parkway Drive last night. So I'm a shell of a human being.
I was going to say, you must be. Well, what time? Because although I always consider festivals like, hardcore, but they stop at like 11, don't they? The music stops early.
So the main acts stop at like 11, but then they have like there's like tents for sort of afters if you want to do it. So they'll do like DJ sets until like 3 a.m, or some of the other ones will do essentially like a radio set where they will just play the music that you were fucking listening to 6 hours ago. They'll play that until 3 a.m. So,
Okay.
But the main because it's still, it is out of the way at Castle Donington at the racetrack there, but it was still, there's still, I believe, regulations to when they have to stop the music by and shit like that. So all of the bands were sort of finishing up by 11, like you say. So it was like Metallica did a 2-hour set. Bring Me, I think, did 90 to 100 minutes. Metallica did another 2-hour set. And then Slipknot did like a 95-minute set last night as headliners. But then there was also like Disturbed, Architects, Pendulum. No, I'm old, mate. I am old. I booked a hotel in Nottingham.
Me too. That's exactly what I'd have done.
Yeah,
I ain't staying in a tent.
No, I'm old. My body doesn't work. I sweat in my sleep, so I need a shower just overnight. Let alone fucking like.
Mine isn't age. Mine is just fucking preference.
We did miss
snobbery. Mine is snobbery.
So I'll take it. I don't give a shit if someone wants to call me pretentious because I like a hotel bed over a fucking air mattress out in the field. Cool. How many can of monsters do you think were drunk on that festival site? One less than there should have been. No, so we left here. We were up at 5 from Newcastle. We left about 6:45. Got to Nottingham about 10ish, met up with my mates from down south at the hotel, and then we left the hotel at 12, thinking we'd arrive there about 1:45 because it's 14 miles from the hotel to the site. We got there about 6:15. So it was. I'm enjoying the Britball related.
There's a lot of storylines certainly from the game I attended. Which
Aaron's running wild with them.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack, but unfortunately, it's not something we get to first because it's Div 2's the bottom game on the list that we go down because it's Div 2 and South. So it'll be the last game we get to.
Right. So I know nothing about any Britball drama that happened over the weekend. I am.
You'll hear all about it. Like it was great. Like the game that we like. We live streamed 5 games this weekend. 4 of them were live streamed by Tebs. He absolutely put in a shift and a half. Although it's his own fault, he commits himself he overcommits himself and stretches himself. And I'm in the habit of not doing that. What's this? If your QB throws punches on, yeah. That was another thing that sort of came up. Cat. So this crossed my mind. What happened to the cat for the 3 days you and the missus were gone?
So we had a neighbour a couple of doors down who came and fed him and they don't have a pet of their own and they love cats, so they kept him entertained at different points. So they fed him and cleaned his litter tray and spent time hanging out with him. And he is a psycho at the moment because we're home now. And he's like, I hate you. You left me with a random person.
Oh right, that's weird. So he's not excited to see you.
Oh yes, he was very cuddly for like the first hour, and now he's just running around, and he's like, I'm just going to break everything. Yeah. Like I feel like he was at download listening to fucking 3 Days Grace playing Let's Start a Riot.
So I try. What else is there? I was going to say, is there a stream Sunday? Yeah. So that's what I was talking about. We had 4 streams. So Tebs committed himself to 2 of the 9v9, so the National League for the NWFL, the Women's League. There are two games played at the same venue, and it was up. I think it was Leeds, and he drove all the way up there on Saturday. I had to meet him Friday to exchange some kit, so it would all work. And then he did those 2 games, drove back to Cheltenham, tried to get some sleep and charge some stuff because obviously we need to charge batteries for what we do. And then he was down in Solent to do the under-19s game, Solent versus Rushmore. And then the seniors or the adult game of the Thrashers versus the Aztecs. So he did 4 live streams in 2 days. So unbelievable effort from him. I just did the one.
Not true. The cat listens to things like Behemoth, Gua, Hatebreed. He's hardcore only. He's not an Elvana fan. Just to confirm.
Yeah, it's funny seeing these comments come up because there's definitely all this stuff happening in the game.
So we've been told that. Okay,
I feel like Tebs is a believer.
If you're gonna fuck up, do it at 100%. So did Tebs fuck up? What happened?
Yeah, a few bits. He's all right though. It's all sorted. Just sort of one of the live streams. He gets very flustered when the live stream's on, so doesn't think straight. So like we've got this clamp thing for when we're on scaffolds. There's 2 clamps. So there's there's one for smaller poles, one for thicker poles, essentially. Mm-hmm. And he had the thicker pole one on the small pole, and very shortly after the live stream started, the camera was like facing the sky. And but he was up a tower, so he got all flustered. But it's all good, you know. Like the reason my attention was even though I was live streaming the game was messages coming through to the page, and then I ended up having to contact him, see what he was doing, and then update everyone. But it's all good. So
good on you, Tebs. We could definitely do it with it. No, we couldn't do it without you.
But yeah, so yeah, there's 2 streams this weekend. Hertfordshire game. I can't remember who they're playing. Probably Oxford. We tend to do every Oxford game. And then the other ones are, I think, Aztecs. Some other team.
Aztec Solent.
Yeah, that's right. It's the same fixture that we just did, but reverse. Mm-hmm. So we follow the Thrashers to the Aztecs this Sunday. Can we get Oz isn't doing a game.
It's not going to happen.
No, Oz is a liability. I'm bad enough, but Oz is worse.
Yes,
he's funny, because we did a couple of didn't we do a Knights game together once?
Yeah. So I used to do sort of like the closed circuit commentary for the Knights ones.
Live feed.
I used to do the Twitter live updates as well. Yeah, I got removed from both.
But it was really funny stuff.
Yeah.
But because we're looking to sort of monetize and get sponsorship for the live streams, Oz is kept into this part of our live stream repertoire, which is open talk, say what you want sort of thing.
I think it was second week of having access to the Twitter account when the questions of "Are you allowed to tweet that?" started coming in. Yeah. The first week I was quite tame, and then the second week I started to have fun, and I think about 2 weeks after that they took it off me.
Yeah. No, so Oz isn't doing any commentary for the games. Well, it's interesting because we were going to do it, but he lives in an area where there's a few games anyway.
It's just not good for the growth of the platform that we're trying to achieve as well.
Yeah. We just qualified for YouTube advertisement, so I need to look into that. But also looking at my goals are set on getting proper sponsors in and having proper money. Sport 10 Premium just $5.99 a month. Yeah, for Oz commentary. Yeah. We should see if there's I think we can do. It'd be interesting if we could do that, like technology wise, where you can select your commentator and you pay for Oz, but you also sign a disclaimer
saying you will not take to Twitter.
I will not be offended by this.
Yeah. You'll take to Twitter you're not allowed to try and cancel Sport Tank because of things Oz may have said during the commentary.
Agree that it's no holds barred.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
it's a waiver that you have to agree to in the terms and conditions before you can unlock it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to answer Nathan's comment earlier about my food, I've eaten early today, so I don't have any food in front of me.
I think my dinner might arrive during stream because the missus.
Oh wow! So this is Oz's turn to eat in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Sausage the Sport Tank only fans. Yeah.
I'm just the Sport Tank gremlin that Steve brings out of the cupboard whenever he needs something.
Just to show everyone, look at this.
And he's not afraid.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of the comeuppance that could come at certain things. He's like, you know what? The rundown, we've got disclaimers. It's fine. We can use Oz here. What about in the main shows? No, we can't use Oz there. We cannot.
No, not the live streams.
Yeah, not since he went on his rant. Not since he went on his rant and abused every small town in the UK.
Like us, will go to the sponsors and go, did you know that Sport Tank did this?
Oh, yeah.
You know, oh, fuck off. Like,
did you know that Oz has lambasted every small town in the UK?
Like, when they, because it's going to happen. As soon as sponsors start getting announced or seen, there's a contingent out there who fucking hate us, who will do their best to derail it.
I'll make sure my Facebook is private. I'm pretty sure there's some controversial shit on there.
That's all right. Like, it's all good. We're all volunteering our time to do this shit.
Also, people stop finding me and trying to add me. I've had like 4 people send me friend requests in like the past 2 weeks. I'm like, just stop, right? Just because you've watched me on a live stream doesn't mean I know you.
Yeah, well, I thought you had aligned your Insta or your Twitter for that. Like, didn't you set it up for like Gridiron Oz or something?
I did, but then I stopped doing stuff for you guys for like I don't know, about 6 months. So then I've moved it to it's more now. My Twitter's now more aligned with the other guys that I do work for.
Right.
Yeah. So Jersey looks a lot more tighter than Scott remembers. That's a little bit offensive because you remember it with pads on. So that's painful. That hurts.
Oh, you're getting blocked, mate. How about that?
Yeah. don't want to see you in these comments ever again.
Yeah.
Here I am trying to do a good thing for you guys, and you're like, "Ooh, look at Oz, he's gotten fat." Yeah. I have. That's why I'm not playing sport anymore, because I have gotten fat. I'm a big boy. I'm a nose tackle. I'm a nose tackle who play tight end. Sue me.
I don't know if I've got any. I know we've talked about you and your download. I don't know.
I was going to say, how are you?
Huh?
How are you? You look run down to fuck.
Yeah, that's what's called the rundown. It's actually the rundown, Steve.
Yeah. And I am festively pumped. I ate a lot of festival food. None of it was good. But how was your live stream?
Good. I really enjoyed it. I had Wooly with me, so he just takes so much pressure off him doing the commentary, and obviously he knows all the rules. And I think it was quite comical if you listen back to it. There was some, like, he was so careful, treading so carefully, but he clearly disagreed with a number of elements. But he obviously was like, because he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers or anything. Whereas we'd be like,
pussy,
that's a load of shit, He was like, he's very good at sort of saying, oh, this is what I would do from like a coaching perspective. But when it comes to refereeing, he's a lot more reserved with like, this is the rule rather than this is what I would do. So he's very careful with
this is the rule. This is their bullshit interpretation of that rule.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't want to get into it yet, but there was so much, and I think I don't know if we've got any. We do definitely have one Somerset Wyvern. Lucia is watching. I think the Somerset Wyverns will go away from that game feeling the hard done by on balance. If you look at the way the calls went, I think the Wyverns will feel more hard done by than the Dreads, but there was calls both ways, right? It was mental, but different interpretation of the rules. Yeah, and that's, I don't know. I don't see. I think rules should be binary, right? Like, you've done it or you haven't. Like, they should aim for the rule to be clear, not to be open for interpretation between different ref crews. Like, it's not a court of law, is it? You haven't got time to object and fucking have a trial and everything. It's like they've got to make a call quickly. And I do appreciate the human error that's involved. And I also appreciate, this is what I've been thinking about. I think some Div 2 games, I feel like they blood the BAFRA refs through it. Like there's always, I feel like there's always one less experienced, at least one less experienced crew member. Whereas at Div 1 and Prem, it seems that they don't blood their refs. They don't give them their trials, or I don't know, however they onboard them. They save that for Div 2. So I think Div 2 is more susceptible to some of these dubious calls, should we call them. So, yeah, we'll... can we plead the Fifth Amendment solution? Yeah, you can, yeah. I'm not trying to get anyone to... it was absolutely, instead of a game between two opponents, it was three opponents. It was just, there was a huge influence from the refs at times.
A 1v1v1.
Yeah, and it was like, Wyverns make a good play against the Dreadnoughts, but what do the refs think? At times.
It's like old school WWF. It's like the triple threat. It's like The Rock has just hit the rock bottom on Triple H. But now The Rock catches the stunner from Stone Cold. But Triple H is back on his feet. And now Stone Cold's been hit by the pedigree.
So I can see some comments flying in. I don't want to get too much into it. I just want to describe it for later. I don't think I've got any talking points this week to sort of raise. I'll probably think of one or two. I think they'll probably all come up when we talk about that game because there was a lot. Agree. Holding is holding, but if you hold away from the play, they won't flag the player. Think it should be. Well,
I think Tony's
like that, but
talking about sort of an interpretation of how it affects the play. Like holding happens on every play. It's like, but if it affects the current play, should it be called? If it doesn't, sort of thing.
Yeah. Whichever team lost would have felt hard done by from the refs and their happy whistles. Yeah, I think that's a fair thing. I've removed that comment that I had at the end.
What did you say?
Someone was going on to me about power rankings.
Right. And did you say we don't do fucking power rankings?
People were talking to me about power rankings before the game, and I was like, oh yeah, and even during, I was like, oh, we don't do them. The Breens do them, and yeah, like if you've got a problem, just comment, and they'll always give you their view on it. And after the
was someone asking you to do power rankings or bitching because the team
bitching about the power ranking?
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, so that's what I said. I think shut the fuck up. I think I said. And then I cut the stream, but I've cropped it out, so you can't hear it now. Well, I think I've only done it on YouTube, so you can catch it on Facebook if you really want.
Yeah.
I don't want people coming at me like mouthing off about stuff that Sport Tank do. Like,
while you're at it, can you complain to your local council about the council tax prices in County Durham for me, please? Just while we're taking on things that have nothing to do with something else. Yeah. Cool. Fuck off.
No, yeah. It's still on Facebook. Yeah, I think it is still on Facebook. Yeah, I need to.
Good. It's a reminder to tell people if you've got problems with the power rankings, go see the Breed.
Yeah, it's not clear what I'm saying it about because I just sort of I knew my mic was on, but I just sort of was like, right, shut the fuck up.
Look, if you've got a problem with something that we've said and something that we've done, fucking come on, bring it.
They wouldn't do it on the live stream.
Don't have a go at us about something that other people are doing.
I know. But the thing is, we were celebrating the win as well. Like, this is awesome. It was cool. I'd predicted Portsmouth to win. I was saying, even to the Somerset guys, a couple of them come up and spoke to me. Like, you're back in Portsmouth, aren't you? I was like, yeah, I am, but I do want you to do well because I said, have a good game to them. And they're like, yeah, all right.
I think I'm in trouble. I just heard my fucking headphones beep, so I may have to switch headphones during the because they're dying.
See, I just use a speaker for mine, although you may not want to disturb your missus. That may be why you've got it, but it doesn't do the echoey thing that it used to do with speakers. So that's why I get away with it on this software. I can't hear you. Oh. Steve, we won't let Oz on the comms because he'll say something questionable. Also, Steve, yeah, that's rough. That's pretty much it. I try to stay off comms. I do. I don't want to do it. I'm happy just doing the camera. But it's you also want to have the the back and forth between two commentators as much as possible. But I would say on, measuring, if you did a word count, I think Willie probably spoke 70-80% of the time, maybe even more yesterday. But yeah, and that's why, because I don't care. That's my problem. I'll say what I think, and it's not always right, and I'm aware of that, and that's why I try and distance myself from the game live streams.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's bound to happen, because the thing is, at the end of the day, we're still people. Like, we still have opinions on things.
Sport Insight Hustle, or do you mean Sport Tank? Bring back the Sky Sports fan commentators. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, the fan commentary, that would be awesome. Although I think we get that anyway, because most places we go, we'll get someone will say, yeah, no, I've already read that and talked.
No, I want to touch on this for a second because my mic was cut off.
I didn't say the C word.
No, yeah, one, you didn't say that. One, R.I.P. TV bar. Fuck off, Russ.
She'll be back. She'll be back, Russ.
No, so what I was going to say is, one, you didn't say the C word.
The last comment made me laugh.
I know, the next one from Cadell. Yeah, Cadell, send me my New Jersey. I need this updated. One, you didn't say the C word, and two, it's a very generic fuck off. It's not aimed at a specific.
No, it was aimed at the person that said.
Oh yeah, that's specific. But I mean, like, it's not aimed at like it's not going to offend like a whole area of people. Whereas I am. Like, the reason Steve won't let me on, because I will offend a whole like fucking sect of people. So that's how that
yeah, oh yeah, that was funny. With I was there when that 2 point got ran in, and I said that's 2 points. And he's like, "Is it? I think it's 1. I'm not sure." And he wouldn't change the scoreboard until we had it confirmed, which was about 10 minutes later.
So enjoyed, Steve. Great to have you, even with a weak bladder. And the last time that someone saw a bloke come out of the bushes that much was George Michael. So well done, Steve. Not only do you commentate on games, you are a nonce.
I've got a really weak bladder because I've got type 2 diabetes, and when I need to piss, I can't stop it. So and it was so hot, so I was drinking, and I was up and down that ladder constantly, in and out of those bushes constantly. Yeah, so I can't do anything about it. It's everywhere I go.
Should we? We're half an hour through. Should we actually start talking about some of the games?
Yeah, should we look at some games?
Yeah.
So let me just go to week 9 on our nice Swish website. So Prem North, Merseyside Nighthawks 0, Manchester Titans 50. It's another one of those. I think it's another one that we shrug our shoulders. I think
not
Merseyside
right.
have got to be close to
We're in week.
now,
We're in week 10. We're in week 10. That was last
week.
Did I
go 9?
Yeah,
I did go 9. Sorry,
but you had the right. You had the right Merseyside score. They did score nothing, but they lost to Edinburgh 38.
Sorry, yeah. So yeah, I'm just so used to saying it.
Well, you got the Merseyside score right. It was just the fact that the Wolves kicked the shit out of them this week, not Manchester.
Yeah. What teams have you played for, Oz?
In the UK, I've played for both the Dreadnoughts and the Knights, the Rushmore Knights, but they were Farnham Knights at that point in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
In our second lot of glory days. I was there for the first lot too.
Yeah. That's how old Steve is. He's been through 2 sets of glory days.
Yeah. I remember when we were good, and I remember when we were good.
Yeah, you also remember when they went into administration, so...
Wow. Administration. But yeah, they had a rough time. It was shit. I was the only one that stayed there and didn't leave. Everyone else left and got championship rings at the Warriors and at Sussex Thunder.
So Tony reckons that Merseyside did well with the young team, and if they stay up, they'll be very good. LL Cool P's dropped in. Cadell wants to know if he's still coming to play for Portsmouth.
Yeah, I might do. I need to see. I do want to play before I finish. I need to see how. I need to get away from these from the Sunday live streams, obviously, so I can play. But yeah, we'll see. I've got a few options for teams. I need to sort of.
I think so. We'll go back to this. That Merseyside did well. Young team. If they stay up, they'll be very good.
I don't think they will stay up. They're 0-6.
Well,
it's mathematically possible. I think.
Oh, I'm dead.
What's up? Have we lost him? Oz? You're worse than Tebs. Why can't I get people to?
I can hear you.
Involved with this thing that know how to use technology.
Yeah, it's just no, I'm good. I can still hear you.
Yeah, I know.
I
Merseyside are 0-6, right?
Yeah,
they got a minus 229 point differential. The Leicester Panthers are 1-4 above them with a 93 point differential. I can't see.
I can still hear you. Go.
It depends on Merseyside's. Let's have a look. How did Merseyside do against Leicester if they've played yet? Oh, that was close. So there's a 6-point swing. I remember talking about this before. So if Merseyside, let's say Leicester and Merseyside lose against everyone else, and then they split the series against each other, Merseyside with that win, if they win with 7 or more points, they would stay up. So I don't know what's going on with us. It's extremely unprofessional. Yeah, he's still deaf from download. Merseyside v Birmingham for the right to stay up. Well, that wouldn't be right because Merseyside are in the north and Kent are in the south. It should be that Merseyside play the winner of the north and Kent play the winner of the south Div 1.
Yeah, but it's it's not going well. It's there's a lot of issues going on.
Saying they could beat EKP. I don't know.
Like the EKP Leicester game,
EKP beat them 34-0.
Yeah, so
I don't think they're going to split this. They're more likely to split the series with Leicester, who beat them by 6 points.
But the thing is, Leicester we'll roll into the next game because EKP played Leicester and only beat them 14-13. So if Leicester's able to run EKP that close,
I think the logic still follows, doesn't it?
No, because EKP kicked the shit out of Merseyside. So that to me tells me that Leicester has gotten better, right? That doesn't tell me that EKP's gotten worse. So if EKP kicked the shit out of Merseyside, Leicester struggled against them, and then now Leicester's put up a good performance against EKP.
Yeah.
So I think Leicester goes.
If I'm right, to extract from that, you're saying that Leicester have got a better chance there's a better chance Leicester beat the Nighthawks again because they've improved.
Yeah, 100%. So Tony, I was waiting for Tony to mention this because he's told us this multiple weeks now that EKP's line are playing both ways. They're still winning games. Yeah. EKP's line is playing both ways, and they're still beating Leicester. I think they put up an admirable performance against Edinburgh, if I remember rightly.
But they're 2-3. But this isn't about how they perform. This isn't about how they perform in general. What we're talking about is can they? Excuse me. Actually, thinking about it, that Leicester game is really important because if they beat East Kilbride but then lose,
who? The Merseyside. I don't think they'll beat East Kilbride.
No, I'm just saying if they're more likely to stay up. But yeah, I think the big game is the one against the Panthers. But yeah, they should be trying their luck against.
I think Merseyside are in for it. I think Merseyside are in for a winless season, and they're going down. I don't think Merseyside win a game this year, and I think they're going down.
Right. Okay. So yeah. That sort of follows.
I mean,
but yeah, 14-13. Like that was that. I was surprised by that. I don't know how we picked. Our predictions were left off because you were at download and Hatch didn't know how to find them.
Okay, no, but it wasn't just that. I actually no, we both had EKP.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on then. Prem South, Solent Thrashers 7, Bristol Aztecs 48. Now I think you might have had Solent for this. Is that right? No? I thought there was a lot more support for Solent. Like people were talking
we both had the Aztecs, and I thought Solent were going to get absolutely paddled, and I said it. to Kwame at the end of last week's show.
Yeah,
because he was talking about how he was going to go out and get DMVP or some shit like that. I was like, how about you just get the W first?
He come up to me after the game. He said, "Did you get my big hit?" I was like, "I don't know, mate."
Did you make one?
Yeah. He said it was. He was really pleased with himself, but he said his head was ringing for a few minutes after. He's on the sideline like, "Whoa, that was a tough one." But I imagine we got it. I don't know. We might not have done. Depends on Tebs and his camera work.
Well, I mean, mate, you lost 48-7. Like, what are you worried about a big hit being on camera for?
Some personal stats, personal glory. Oz gave Bristol to you, Steve, after Oz chose first.
Yeah, I'll let you, because I chose Bristol, and I said you can still have it because you don't want to have to pick against them.
Yeah, and I like the Thrashers too. That was a tough game for me to pick.
I think they are, like I said, I think there is clear tiers. Warriors, Blitz, both in their own tier. Then I put the Aztecs with Cambridgeshire and Solent. But I think
why do you put Aztecs with Cambridgeshire and Solent when you then say they get paddled?
Because I think Solent's at the bottom of that tier, and
I like to show
scores. It's true. It's true.
You get that pick on a fourth down in the end zone.
Yeah, you can hide the scores on Huddle. It doesn't matter. Because I think the Aztecs are the top of that tier, and I think that Solent are the bottom of that tier. But I think that
surely
I wouldn't put Solent in with East Kent, because I think East Kent is completely different.
It's just Kent, not East Kent.
Sorry, Kent. Yeah, East Kent. Yeah,
East Kent's the Mavericks.
Yeah, Mavericks.
I wouldn't put them in with East Kent either because they're 2 divisions below.
Yes, but the way that they're playing, maybe they should be down there.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good. But, yeah. So sorry. Finish what you were saying. You said Bristol, Cambridge, Solent.
Yeah,
and then
Kent on their
own. Kent on their own.
But I mean, I suppose if we look at the Thrashers, and depending on, they've got the reverse fixture against Bristol again
this week. Yeah.
It's like if they put up another performance like this, is it then that Solent is in a separate tier from themselves?
You can't have a tier for every fucking team, Oz.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's what you're heading towards.
Because you can't put them with Kent, because they kick the shit out of Kent.
Okay, so then are Cats more in the Solent tier, or are they more in the Bristol tier?
The Bristol tier.
Oh, so you get a complete separate tier just for that one team.
Well, I've already got that for London and the Blitz and Kent.
You can. It's called a league table. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's. I've already. It's a.
That isn't tiers. That's a league table. Was yeah.
Don't care what you say.
Are you typing something in? Oh, what's your food, by the way? You're eating. Noodles, it looks like.
No, it's some spirelli pasta, some mince, some seasonings.
Seasonings.
Yeah, it's delicious. Mate, it's essentially spag bowl, but without the spaghetti. It's just got spiral pasta instead, because we need to do a shop, and we've been away for the past 5 days.
It's bowl.
It's essentially what we got left in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Right.
Kent XL 6, London Warriors 75.
I asked it. I'm in tears hearing about tears.
Even Russ is in tears.
Well, he is. They're Hertfordshire in a tier of their own. No. I think I asked you if the Warriors would get to 80, like with the running clock and stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I think we said that they'd get to 70. I asked if they'd get to 80, and you were like, "I'm not sure."
Well, because I think I said I can imagine the Warriors not playing their starters at all, you know, and just sort of giving everyone a run out. Unfortunately, it's that non-competitive at that, but in that fixture that you know, no disrespect to the Kent Exiles, but
the Warriors backups as backups.
And so what I was saying was, you could then expect a more competitive game, or not as high scoring as you know, an 80-point difference, which I was right.
75 to Kent scored.
I was barely right. Yeah. Kent scored. Good for them. Well, their touchdown, by the way, was scored by a young player. His surname's Firth. I don't know his first name. He plays in number 11 for the Kent Exiles. He also plays for the KCL Regents.
Is that a GFL team or is that a Uniball team?
Uniball team. And it's the same set of coaches, so that's sort of why there's a lot of KCL guys at the Exiles.
Right.
And I watched him play against the Aztecs a couple of weeks ago, and he was phenomenal. They kept going to him on third down, and he kept converting it, so we were calling it first down. Right, like and this was his first touchdown as a senior, and I've seen it on Instagram, and it's I think it looks like it's a good 50-yarder. I haven't properly analysed it but it's a long old run, and you see very early on, like he hard steps in, jukes away from the defender, and then everyone's like, oh, and then he brings the ball in over his head and down. Really, really good touchdown. I don't really want to focus on it. I don't want to upset the Warriors by focusing on just that one touchdown. But
no, fuck him.
This is a young, very talented British player.
Oh, fuck him. The Warriors have got big enough egos that they can fucking handle it. Worst case scenario, what are they going to do? They're going to go dark and turn off of social media anyway. Fuck off.
But I'm sure the Warriors scored some great touchdowns as well. But I just feel like that deserved a shout out. I will repost it on our Instagram. I'm like, if I've got time, I'll post it on Facebook, which takes a little bit more time. I've got to actually do something with it rather than just hit repost. But fantastic effort and touchdown from a young British player. And I think this guy's one to watch. I think he's going to be. I think he's a strong talent. He's definitely got GB capabilities. He's definitely got, I think, semi-pro / pro capabilities if he sticks to the game.
So next year he will not be playing. So next year he will not be playing for Kent, is what you're telling me.
I don't know. We'll see.
If he's that good, he's not gonna want to have blooded himself.
He's at university. We don't know if he's a first, second, third year. He may want to stay with his coaches for the next few years because he's doing very well developing with them. They're playing him. He's first,
Yeah, but he's going to be playing Div 1. He's going to be playing Div 1 next year.
Why would you want to go to another team and like cash in while you're still developing and learning the game?
Not necessarily cash in, but I'd be wanting to play better opposition. I don't want to go down to Div 1. I'm not going to.
Yeah. That's a good point. But then I think, like I said, you can't ignore the whole.
You can still learn from you can still learn from the coaching side of it for sure. Especially if those coaches are ones you're working with, development great. But the level of opponent is going through the floor when you drop from Prem to Div 1.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like I said, he just wanted to keep an eye on. I'm really pleased for him scoring his first touchdown.
Because I wouldn't be surprised to see Kent perform strongly in Div 1 next year.
Oh yes,
that's the thing. So it's because and I say that because I'm assuming now that I've just said that the level of talent drop between Prem to Div 1 is massive. I'm assuming all these Div 1 teams are going to get the fucking oh, we're fucking great. Yeah, if you're so great, why aren't you in the fucking Prem then?
Yeah.
Why are you currently fighting in a promotion battle? Why are you worried about the team you've got to beat to get up to the Prem? Fuck off. You should already be there, not be looking up at them, going, "We could beat them." But it's true.
Well, you know what? I don't know any American football team that I've been on that doesn't say when they're watching tape of the other team, "Oh yeah, we'll smoke these guys." I don't think it's ever happened. I'm sat there in a film room or online, and people have gone, "Oh yeah, I've got him. I could do him."
Mate, I've seen it in the comments here. People being like, "Oh, we'd fucking smoke these guys," and then they played them the next week and they lose like 30 points to 12, and I'm like,
"Yeah." So
well done, mate. Well fucking done.
The gap is outrageous. Anyone pretending otherwise is delusional. Which tier would Div 1 team be looking? Sorry, which tier would the Div 1 team looking at premium teams be in Oz? What the fuck?
They'd be in a tier below Kent.
Oh, he's talking about fucking tiers again. Your tiers. Sorry,
because Kent's in a tier of their own at the bottom of the Prem, but I still think they're better than half of the Div 1 teams.
There'll be a gap of two blank.
Oh, there'll be a tier. And there'd be a tier break. Yeah, there'd be a tier break, and then there'd be another team.
There'll be 2 tier breaks, I think. I don't think I don't think one's enough.
I've been doing way too much fantasy football stuff. I'm sitting here talking about tiers left, right, and center.
Right, let's move on. NFC 1 Central. The Lancashire. Hold on, have I got the right week again? Yeah, I have. Lancashire Wolverines 0.
Kent also aren't in the north, so Kent don't have to worry about the Caesars.
Kent aren't better than Caesars. Yeah, I think. Play them then. Prove it. Otherwise, it's just hyperbole.
For sure.
So Lancashire Wolverines 0, Northumberland Vikings 44. Do you know what I think when I see that? The Vikings went easy on them.
Yeah.
Although the Vikings came off of a loss last week, didn't they? Against the Rams?
They beat Yorkshire.
Oh, they beat the Rams. They beat
them handily. They beat them by 2 scores. So I look at that for sure, and I go, they pulled players.
They're talking about Div 1A. That there used to be a Div 1A where you played. If you're in Div 1A, you played some of the Div 1 teams, and then you played the rest. The other were Div 2, I think it was at the time.
So that definitely wouldn't be a tier between Div.
Oh no, Div 1A. Sorry, no. I got that. Div 1A. You played the Div 1A teams twice and the Div 1 teams once. That's what it was. And then they changed it. That was like the first year I played. That was 2006.
That sounds horrendous. I don't want to talk anymore.
Let me just clarify. 2006 was not the first year I played. First year I played in the UK. Okay.
I join all 71 of our viewers in saying we don't give a shit.
I do. I think it's important that people know. I started playing 1995. No, 94. Anyway.
Irrelevant corrections. We don't care. It could have been 90. It could have been 90. Mate, you could have played in 88 for all I care. Don't.
I was only 6. I played rugby in 88.
Did you?
Yeah. At Portsmouth Rugby Club where we were yesterday.
What were you like fucking like under 8s or something?
I don't know, just rugby.
What year were you born? How old are you? So you were 6 years old. So you're probably playing like under 7s or some shit.
I was 4. I was 6, and I don't know what I was playing, but it was like full contact. I sprained my neck playing
under 3 stone or some shit like that. I don't know. Who's the best and worst teams he's played for? Farnham and Farnham.
Yeah. You know what? It's hard to call because I played for youth teams as well that were fucking awesome.
Or would you prefer I said Farnham and Rushmore?
Yeah. The best is Farnham, the worst was Rushmore. No, I know. I don't think I played for Rushmore, but the team I played with last year was the Bristol Aztecs, and that team was fucking special.
Did you actually play a game?
Huh?
I thought you just stood on the side wearing Bristol Aztecs sweat gear.
Yeah, I trained with them, should I say. Notice me. Sorry.
No. I was going to say we should have ignored it.
I know.
The whole, the moment someone puts that in there, literally just glaze over it.
Yeah. But I played, I played for like all-star teams in America that were fucking amazing. Northern Virginia and Virginia State were 2 that were just incredible. Yeah, cool. But then again, you got to put that in a context because I was like 14, 13, and my adult team could easily beat them.
Yeah, exactly.
But like for that time, like what we could play against, we were amazing. It was a great team. So.
You can only beat who's put in front of you.
Yeah, and we did, and it was fun.
Which the Northumberland Vikings did against the Lancashire Wolverines.
Yeah,
and they will do it every
other sort of business as usual. Vikings continue to win games against lesser opponents, and I assume they're top of the NFC 1 Central.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see them come up against, like, I'm assuming Nottingham. It looks like it is coming to a head.
See, I think I just read the first line of it. Seasons would give most Prem teams a tough game. I think that's a bit of grandeur, delusions of grandeur there, and I think that happens when teams win. I don't know that you would give most Prem teams a tough game.
I think Nottingham would get the shit kicked out of them by the Warriors. I think they get the shit kicked out of them by the Blitz. I think they get the shit kicked out of them by Manchester.
Yeah, I'd go even further than that. So I would say most of the Prem teams would be able to handle the Caesars.
I don't know. Merseyside is fucking terrible at the moment. Leicester and EKP, I feel like Nottingham could give them a run because I don't think either of those are established Prem teams. They both went up last year.
So that's 3 teams.
That's 3, so that leaves the other half of the division. I think the Wolves would handle them, but I don't know if they would kick the shit out of them. When I say kick the shit out, I mean I'm thinking like 45-0 sort of thing.
The parlance used was tough game. Would it be considered a tough game?
I think the Wolves would break a sweat.
What? Why? Why?
I don't know. Like 30 to 12. 30 to 12.
Game?
It's a tough game, but the scoreline, like, I think in the South, I think they would like. I think Nottingham could beat Kent. Just the way that Kent's playing at the moment.
Yeah, I think Nottingham could beat Kent. Yeah,
I think they could beat Solent.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I got no faith in Solent at the moment, man.
Yeah, I know. They're a good team.
And maybe they should show it once in a while.
They do show it.
Okay. Maybe the scoreboard should reflect it once in a while.
We got a sarcastic comment from Paul here, who's invited us to come and watch a game.
That's not. That's not. We're
going to do a world tour. We're going to do a tour of the whole of the UK, watching everyone.
That's not sarcastic. No, because we've been telling them
that there's things for the faith. That's pure sarcasm.
Yeah, I think they beat Kent. I think they beat Kent. I think they beat. I think they beat Solent. I think they beat Kent. I think they beat Solent. I think Nottingham Cambridgeshire would be a very good game.
Beat? Oh no, we're not saying beat. It was tough game. That's what we're measuring, not who wins.
Oh yeah. Oh, they definitely give them. They definitely give. So 12. If there's 12 Prem teams.
Yeah. Do they give 6 of them a tough game? Well, 7 of them a tough game.
So 3 for the Stars. I think they do give 7 of them a tough game.
Do you? So that's 4 in the South then?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it is. Because you said top 3. You went 3 and 3 in the North.
No, you know what? No, I think they give 8 of them a tough game.
They give
8 of them a tough game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, cool. because I think they give Tamworth in their current state a tough game. Because we didn't even mention Tamworth before when we talked about the North. No. So I think they'd give Tamworth a tough game. I think they would give Leicester, EKP, and Merseyside a tough game.
Okay.
I think they would give Kent, Solent, and Cambridgeshire tough games.
I'm not laughing at what you're saying. I'm laughing at what James has said.
What's James?
Never been a strong point for us.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, he's right. He's right. I haven't got the ability that everybody else from sort of that whole South Coast region where they can count to 12 just on their own hands. So, you know, when I'm talking about the Prem teams and there's 12 of them, I've got to go back to a hand again. Whereas if you're from the South Coast, you can just fucking rattle it off on your hands and you're good to go. I think Nottingham would be. What is this? I hate Caesar's banner. Steve's got the I hate Caesar's banner.
No, not me. I love him.
Listen, you know what this is? Paul's upset because
they're the next upcoming big thing in Britball.
Steve. Paul is upset because I had the opportunity to watch the Caesars play on Sunday, and I chose to not do it. I was literally staying.
You were across the road.
I was across the road.
I would have taken the opportunity because I love the Caesars.
Yeah, no, I was staying. So, Paul, I was staying at the Orchard Hotel on the fucking university campus for download. I had the opportunity to watch you guys on Sunday, and I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather go see an Indian metal band from New Delhi play because they were the first band on the Apex stage. So.
You were saying, isn't that the Isle of Wight? Yeah. In Portsmouth, you'd say that people from the Isle of Wight have got 6 fingers.
Yeah, well, I just reckon the whole fucking Sussex all the way along, you know, Portsmouth included, Southampton.
Now and it's much better. Fuck off.
No, they got 8. They lost them all in the coal mines.
Disagreements down the pub.
Yeah.
Got to get promoted first. Not easy. No, I know.
I think the only thing standing in the way between Nottingham and promotion is Northumberland.
Do you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, who do you reckon?
I can't think of the fucking teams in the mix, to be perfectly honest with you.
Highland Stags. So
Highland Stags. I rate them. I like the Stags.
No, I forgot about this. I just saw them. I forgot about the Stags because there was no Scottish games this weekend, like in that division. So yeah. Northumberland, Highland, and the Caesars are all the ones that to look at. Then you've got sort of following up very closely behind. You've got Scunthorpe, Yorkshire, and Chester.
You've got to have Hertfordshire in there.
They're in the south. Doesn't matter for Nottingham.
Oh, you only focused on the north teams. Well, they still got to get past. Steve would love to go and watch Highland too. I would. If they were like 10 minutes down the road from me.
Oxford Caesars would be streamed every week if you had. No, I'm sorry. I'm not counting. I'm not counting against the Stags. I forgot about the Stags because there was no Scottish division game played this week, so we haven't talked about the only Scottish team we talked about was Edinburgh and EKP. I 100% rate the Stags for sure.
Interestingly, Paul, who's from the Caesars, has said he thinks it's between them and Northumberland.
Yeah, and I chuck the Stags in there. I think Scunthorpe, Yorkshire, and Chester are dark horses. Yeah. They will be the other playoff teams. But I think the top three contenders are Nottingham, Northumberland.
Yeah, Highland. And that's what's nice about it is that yes, those teams are like they're not as good as the other three. However, on their day in the playoffs, they're going to give them a fucking good game. You know, like I would say now. I think in the first round of playoffs, we're likely to see at least one upset.
An upset, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah. Alpha's lost their starting QB.
That is bad. That is painful.
Don't count against the Stags. No, yeah.
No, I think like that's the thing.
And the Glasgow Tigers, yeah, they've been solid.
Tony out here making sure that we don't forget about the Scots.
Yeah, I know. Or correcting you when you forget about them. Right.
No, if I'm not forgetting about them, I'm insulting them. So I need to make sure that sometimes I do forget about them to not offend them this week.
This result: NFC 1 South, Birmingham Bulls 7. Sheffield Giants 3. You picked Birmingham, I think. I picked Sheffield.
Yes, I did pick Birmingham, and you did pick Sheffield.
And I think we sort of said it could go either way, but I backed Sheffield, and I
was more of the opinion that I think they're not Sandwell. But they're still in a free fall like Samwell is my opinion. Like it's not as dire, but it's still very bad considering they were a fucking Prem team last year.
Nathan's saying more flags than points. I think that was like a flag fest. Yeah. What happened to Sheffield? Like that's the thing. Sheffield didn't even score a touchdown. Like
no, kicked field goal.
I don't know how like they've just I think they've really underperformed this year. Sheffield, but like I said, we did stream a game from them when they played Northants, and they looked all right. They looked a good side.
I'll jump on this before Tony does. I don't discount the Dunfermline Kings. They've got an amazing youth setup. Like their youth setup is great from what I've heard. The senior team doesn't fucking exist anymore, so fuck them. Moving on. Speaking of teams in massive freefall, Nottingham Caesars 50, Samwell Steelers 0.
Yeah, just is that Samwell relegated?
Yeah,
I keep saying is that team relegated?
Yeah. No, it is.
We're getting to that sort of sharp end of the season. Or I've got people already messaging me about playoffs. Like, oh, do you know what the structure is? You know,
mate, it's and for them it's a double drop. That is a double. Yeah, they may have the best home field advantage. They also have the worst fucking like. People talk about this like Highland has the best home field advantage. They also have the worst away advantage. Like they have anybody
the
playing
worst disadvantage.
Exactly, that's the thing. If someone gets to play Highland at home, then they have the best home field advantage. Yeah. Like people forget that the journey goes both fucking ways. Like if you're traveling to Highland has to travel somewhere else. So I didn't take any drugs, James. I took none because I was our driver. I was the designated driver for the group. So stayed away from drugs and alcohol. I got high on music.
High on life.
I got high on not having to watch the fucking Steelers get 50 put on them.
Sheffield get a TD wiped out for early celebration. Yeah, I think so. I remember little whispers from yesterday. I wasn't really on it as much yesterday because we had the 2 live streams to do. And well, technically 3, but they say 2.5 because Ted fucked it up. So yeah, I can't remember all of like the gossip from yesterday and the little bits of information.
So Samuel showed great spirit playing, and they didn't travel well. So that makes me think they turned up with about 20.
They will be back. Will they? They live in quite a saturated area, right? Like, why play for somewhere where you can go down the road and play for X other teams?
Where the fuck is Samwell? Like Birmingham way? I think I asked you this last year. Yeah, Midlands. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, that's where we need to get another live stream team set up. That'd be awesome in the Midlands.
It's yeah, I think it's just it's not the final nail in the coffin, but they're pretty much done. And I think they dropped 2 divisions in 2 years. I think we will see Samwell in Div 2 next year.
Back-to-back relegations. Shit, yeah. I think about that.
That's
okay, cool. Moving on to a much more competitive league, perhaps the most competitive, or one of the most competitive that we've got. Merton with Corn Bay, Sand Corn Bay. Corn, is that the right way? Let's see all the different.
It's Cornwell Bay.
Cornwell Bay.
100% Cornwell Bay.
Corn Bay. The double drop from the Prem is the real issue. Happens a lot in Uniball too. Got a lot of respect for teams that manage to re-establish in Div 1 after the relegation from the Prem. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Is teams struggling. Corn Bay Steelers. No, but you've got to have the locations, haven't you? The Corn Bay Steelers. What's this live good thing that this bloke's posted? What's that?
I feel like
it's got his own name in it. Is this like a spam thing, or is it some bloke?
I feel like it's spam.
His mixtape.
Everybody click on the link. Tell us what CD to SoundCloud.
No, it's live good or live good. Spam, is it? Right.
Well, go on, Tibbs. Get rid of
it. Delete it. Ban the guy.
Oh, nobody wants to tick. Nobody wants to tick on it. So,
tick on it. Look, everyone gets well angry about spam comments, don't they? I love it.
Mate, you used to.
People going nuts.
You fucking used to.
Yeah, I just couldn't get miserable. Something went wrong. Try reload. Can you see that reloading message?
Yeah. So I'm assuming we probably both tried to do something on the stream.
I didn't touch it.
Oh.
Hopefully Ted banned him.
Well then, maybe
good. He needs vegetables. Well, isn't good living. Yeah, I still don't get why they do it. I went through today and sort of went through, because we have 5 streams. That's 10 instances on Facebook. 5 on Facebook, 5 on YouTube. Went through and banned them all, and I just think, what the hell? Like, it's just bollocks. And they try to like wind you up. Like they'll say, "Oh, I'm back, and here's the link." Like so they're doing it. They know when they get banned, and they just do it from another account, and they just do it every week. I don't know why Facebook aren't a little bit more stringent on maybe saying when someone's created a page that you can't comment a link for, I don't know, 6 months or whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
Joseph, if you're going to be controversial, make sure your grammar's fucking correct. Wonder if Sheffield will go up in the power rankings with another lose.
Another loose. The power rankings.
We don't give a fuck.
Oh, man.
They don't belong here.
I argue with the Breens on the post because they love it. Yeah. They will hold court with you, and they will go through they've got logic and reasoning for everything. However, they do occasionally make mistakes, and they had their hand up this week and sort of said, "Yeah, you're right. I got that wrong." So you could win them over, and then that would be a great claim for you for the year. Is that in the week 9 power rankings, you got the Breens to say, "Oh yeah." Think about what you're fighting for here.
Chips. Oh no, potato gun is number 1.
Crisps.
No, potato gun. Spud gun.
Oh, we're too late in the stream to start.
It has to be spud gun.
What other potato things are there? Oh, potato clock.
Oh yeah. Is it like vodka? Doesn't vodka come from fucking potatoes?
Yeah, vodka. That's a good shout. Vodka
like moonshine. Is moonshine from potatoes?
The winner apparently to Dan. Jacket. Oh yeah. Potatoes are fucking great, aren't they?
Oh yeah, Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head's he's an OG.
Is that a potato-based item? Yeah, I suppose it is. I was thinking more made from potato.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
It's not my question.
True. James is the one who has to audit these power rankings.
Yeah, curly fries. I think you and maybe the people in the comments, because no one said it yet. I think you're overlooking crisps a bit too much here. I think crisps are.
I think I've got a chest infection. So
I'm saying potato cake. Is there such thing as a fucking potato cake? Hash browns?
Oh, hash browns are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love a hash brown.
That's what I consider a potato cake. Is there an actual fucking potato cake?
Where does potato famine rank? Because we don't have any Irish. We don't have any Irish.
I've never heard of a potato famine.
Haven't you? Oh, the Irish will tell you all about it.
That's pretty low.
Is it?
Whoever sends me the most of their favorite sends me the most
of their potato-based items.
Is a thing. Bubble and squeak. That's just like leftovers, right?
James, you're gonna have to.
My kids have waffles, and I love it when they don't eat them because I get to eat them.
James, you're gonna have to post your address in the chat so that way we can send you the potato-based items.
Dox yourself.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on.
Let's be
break, but let's get roast potatoes.
Oh, roast spuds are great.
We just talk about different ways of cooking them now. Blue waffle, yeah. Google the blue waffles because they're amazing.
So Nathan is hungry because Ian's talking about blue waffles. Yeah. So that's good. Right, okay. Norwich Devils 28, London Blitz B 29 in the SFC 1 Central.
I think you went Devils as well, right?
We both did. Because I said
Stephen, is it
Dauphinoise potatoes? Yeah, Dauphinoise potatoes.
Dauphinoise, mate.
Mate, last time I had Dauphinoise potatoes, I gave myself the shits because we put too much cream in.
Well, don't do that because you ruined the Dauphinoise.
Yeah. Oh,
well, what an absolute classic he's brought up there. Fuck football back to potato. Yeah. I know that. Because I said because you picked the Devils. I got one that you haven't said yet. Britball Cricket Pete. He's a fucking potato.
He's a spud, isn't he?
Yeah.
Potato.
Blitzby had a comeback apparently from Russ. We're not here for the grammar. We're here for the football, isn't it? You shouldn't come here for the football.
No. It's we're talking about potatoes. So
Sundays are about. Yeah. Mondays are for the boys.
Yeah, Mondays are just for the shit talk.
Yeah. So I was surprised by this.
Well, I
love it because it's a really competitive division.
Because it throws that fucking division like.
It was 28-8. So they scored 21 unanswered, three touchdowns. If it was three, I know people are going to now send me all of the different concoctions, but three.
Prem potatoes are Kent and Merseyside. They are the Prem potatoes. Potato tank. No, potato tank.
Potato tank. We should just do a sport tank with a potato on it. T-shirt. Make some money. Quality. Right, let's keep going. Yeah, good comebacks by the Blitz. Looking forward to the return in 2 weeks. Jeez. Yeah. 21 unanswered points is a killer. Obviously, spud tank.
That fucking hell.
10 seconds remaining. That was the London Blitz B. What? So whoever scored those points must be feeling amazing,
mate. Honestly, that's the Randy Marsh like fucking meme with the testicles in the wheelbarrow because your balls are so big. Like you are big old nutsack.
And the what was it? 20 points down in the third quarter is the Randy Marsh. I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah. Right, so it's just South Park references now.
Sometimes we're talking memes, a little flashback to our glory days.
Yeah, 100%. And the halftime speech he got from the coach was just talking about Randy Marsh's giant turd, because that's what they put up in the first half.
Right, this one. So I think both of these I got wrong, and I didn't go for the Wembley Stallions, who beat the London Olympians 17-4.
Yes, and I should have.
You didn't go for them either, though, right?
No, I didn't. We both got it wrong. I should have gone for the Olympians because, for the Stallions, because I don't like the Olympians, and because you're unearthly.
We got another spammy comment.
Where?
No, sorry, no, it's a dude holding a baby. I thought it was. It's all right.
Mate, it's just Matt Richardson. How dare you? It's just Matt Richardson's profile picture.
Yeah, right. How dare I? I couldn't see it at first. Now I saw it's a baby.
Get your eyes checked.
I thought the baby's head was a tit. No, I didn't know. How dare you?
How dare us? How dare you? How dare your baby like a breast?
Sorry, Matthew. And sorry to the baby's mummy.
Yeah, apparently your baby with a dummy looks like a titty. Looks like a titty nipple. And we've descended into madness. We've reached the point of the show where one of us says something and then it's followed by silence. Just disapproving silence.
Yeah, sponsor loving that comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can send it to him. Fuck me over.
Yeah. The Olympians lost though.
Guys like the Olympians. Oh, I do like the Olympians a lot. I backed them.
Yes. Let's elaborate on that. It's not that I don't like the Olympians. I just don't think they're as good as Steve thinks they are.
And this is evidence towards that, because I thought they'd win by at least sort of 20 points.
Yeah, see, I thought the Olympians were sort of like just as average as the other teams in that division. You thought they were like when we started this.
I thought they were tier.
Yeah, you thought they were their own tier. Yeah, you thought they were in their own tier at the top. You were like, Olympians are going to fucking win this all. They'll beat everybody. And I was thinking, no, the Olympians are just as average as everybody else.
Put Steve into concussion protocol.
Why did you get bopped?
No, I just think it's because I'm talking so much shit.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just think the oh, fuck off, Paul. Get that chip off your shoulder. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the Stallions will beat the Olympians and then go out and lose to the fucking Essex Spartans or something.
Quality. I love it. I love the division. I just didn't expect that. I expected throughout all of this turmoil, the Olympians to just sort of stay bobbing on top.
Yeah, no. See, I thought the Olympians were just were right in the middle. I thought the Olympians were right in the middle of everybody else.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Heard they threw 2 pick sixes, 1 call back. Tough when your can't move the ball. Well, that means you're not a good team if you can't move the ball. It means you're just as good as the other teams. Like if your O can't move the ball, that means the other team's defense is stopping you. So. Mate, we've got running memes. My cat, my TV box.
It's good about you as well. It's good.
Yeah,
they don't say it about me because I'll just ban them.
Well, I was gonna say you were a meme for like 5 years. Like
ice cream one.
No, I have 2 Div 1 tiers. For that division, for the SFC 1 Central, I've got 2 tiers. I've got the Essex Spartans and everybody else, which I think is fair. Because I just think that the sport, like Scott came in and gave us the whole rundown last week of what's happened to them, how they've lost fucking 40 odd players in like a year and a half. So I just think it's an unlucky season for them. They get a chance to go back to Div 2, sort of try rebuild and look to challenge back to Div 1 in a couple of years' time. But the rest of them, Norwich, Blitz, Olympians, Hornets, Stallions, any one of them can beat the other one on any given day. Just a big old fucking jumble.
One team. Every other tier is one team.
It's time to ban Aaron. I'm sick of his shit. Right, SFC 1 West. Rushmore, South Wales.
I called it. You didn't. Oh, no, you did. You went Rushmore, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, well, mate, I wasn't picking South Wales. I hate them more than you do. Fuck off.
What? You pinned a message.
I didn't mean to.
Not no. I hates not.
I don't hate Nottingham. I think Nottingham's great. Steve hates Nottingham. Steve,
I don't.
Steve hates Nottingham.
Don't make me sound clip you into oblivion.
Steve hates Nottingham because he doesn't think they'll give Prem teams a run for their money. He thinks the Prem teams will beat them easily.
Most Prem teams give them a tough game. That was what the statement was, and I was like, no.
And I agree with it. I know
you do. And I feel mildly convinced, but I think it's just under. I think it's either half or less than half.
I think they give 75% of Prem teams. I think they give 75% of Prem teams a tough game.
No. Rushmore 23, South
Wales 14. I can't decide if South Wales are actually a good team or not, or a decent team or not.
Well, I hope that the Oxford stay up and they go down. Like they're Oxford's best chance of staying up if Oxford beat them.
It's because it's like
we've gone full circle. Yeah. Welcome to the rundown.
Because they come out and they put the shits up Bournemouth.
Yeah, they've got the measure on Bournemouth for some reason. Like I said, it's like they're their boogie team.
But it's not just them. It's not just them though. Is it? Is this just that Hertfordshire is better than everybody else in that division? Clearly, because they put the shits up Bournemouth, and then Bournemouth just beat them in the reverse fixture. They haven't
played the night yet, which I'm really looking forward to. We're streaming both of those games.
They have played the Knights. They've played the Knights twice. What do you mean Hertfordshire?
Oh, sorry, I meant Hertfordshire. I wasn't
right.
clear.
Okay, yeah. So I'm still talking about South Wales.
Yeah.
So South Wales beat Bournemouth and then just lost them into the reverse fixture. They've lost to Rushmore 21-14 and 23-14, and then they lost to Oxford 3-0. But they lost to Hertfordshire by nearly 30, by 29-0. Like, I cannot decide, are they a decent team, or is it just the rest of that division is a mess and Hertfordshire are great?
I don't think we know enough yet.
It's week fucking 10.
Yeah, but Rushmore haven't played Hertfordshire. So I think until each team has played each other at least once, we don't really have the full measure. So, and Rushmore are doing well. Like that, if you looked at I suppose on
and this doesn't even factor the Apache in.
Huh?
We're not even factoring the Apache into this equation either.
Yeah, we are. I am.
Well, no, I'm meaning at the moment we haven't discussed them about it because they haven't played South Wales, so I don't know where they fit in, sort of thing as well. But I still feel like maybe because the Apache when they played
too early, and you're telling me no, it's week 10. I think we need to see a few more games.
Oh, too early. It's week fucking 10. We're halfway through the season.
Hey, I don't do the scheduling, mate.
Such a hot game. One of the refs threw up in the middle of the field from heat exhaustion.
We had that. That happened at the night. I think Andy's I think Andrew's the plays for the Knights. I think he's one of the linebackers. I was trying to look at his little picture there. And one of the refs there had to sit down for heat exhaustion last week. So that's 2 weeks in a row. Maybe it's the same dude. Maybe he just gets hot and he's like, "No, I'm done. Like, I'm done. You take over.
Let me prove it to you."
Yeah, Knights Cheaters have back-to-back games end of the season. Yeah, and they're the one, and we're streaming them both, and it's going to be awesome.
So I wonder if the next sort of measuring stick that we take then is
just wait till the end of the season.
No, then it's not projection; it's revision.
I think it's
My next question was going to be: Do we look at how Bristol are performing then? Because Bristol ran Hertfordshire really close. They've just handled Bournemouth this week. We'll get to that game in just a second. So then do we look at how Bristol performs against Rushmore for sort of it was a 21-20 game the first time they played, and then 16-14 the last time they played.
That's close both times.
Both times. Very, very close games.
Yeah.
So.
But Bristol haven't played the Cheaters yet.
They did. They lost 9-0 to them.
So I'm convinced that those remaining games, those are the sort of three top teams, aren't they? Apache, Cheaters, Knights in that division.
In that division, yeah.
And it's hard to call it either way. But Hertfordshire are undefeated. The other teams have taken losses.
I do wonder if there's anybody from Bristol, not from Bristol, sorry, from Bournemouth. Is Sam still injured? The QB, is he playing yet or not? Because that is a massive difference to their offense. Sam Chance.
Sam Huxtable.
No, Sam Chance. And then, so Tebs would say that Bristol struggled against Oxford for 2 quarters. But is he healthy, James? Is my question. Back this week coming. So Sam hasn't played yet. So that to me plays into right. We'll jump ahead. Hertfordshire 38, Oxford 0.
No surprises there.
No surprises there. No, it's a rough season for Oxford. They need to get another win over South Wales to stay up.
Beat South Wales, you stay up, or lose to them by 2 points or less.
We both picked the Bobcats to beat Bristol in this game. Bristol 21, Bournemouth 0.
Did we? We both picked the Bobcats.
We both picked the Bobcats, and I think the fact that everybody's mentioned Matt's just said Sam's still injured. James has said back this coming week. I think the loss of Sam is impacting them massively, and they will need him if they're going to make a playoff push because he makes their offense click. He was the reason that they pulled Farnham's pants down and paddled them all 6 ways to Sunday around the park.
Right.
So, sorry, Rushmore's pants.
How dare you say that about Farnham?
Yeah, the Farnham Knights are the best team I ever played for. Don't know about those Rushmore Knights though.
Yeah. NFC 2 East. I was surprised by the scoreline, but not by the result. Humber Warhawks 47, Gateshead Senators 27.
I don't think I was surprised by the scoreline.
20-point difference.
Yeah, because Gateshead tied with fucking Wakefield or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah. Wakefield. Is it? Yeah, Wakefield District, the Raiders.
Yeah. So I've been having sort of questions about Gateshead for a wee while. Nothing Humber has done this season has made me question them whatsoever.
No, they've been solid. They've had a good year.
Great. They have been great in that division.
Yeah. Still no love for the Apache.
Okay, yeah. So that he's right because I kind of just put the Bournemouth, the fact they scored 0 down to Sam being off. That's not fair. Bristol, like one player on the offense, but Bournemouth didn't stop Bristol scoring 21 points. So that's great for them and their playoff hopes because at the moment they've given Hertfordshire a run 9-0. Hertfordshire put 9 on them and that was it. And they had two fucking.
But we also said Apache Cheaters Knights are the 3 teams that are going to be at the top of the table, right? There's a little bit of love for them. I think we've been fair.
They will be, they'll be the 3rd team looking at promotion there, out of those 3, unless they can turn around and beat Hertfordshire, and then Rushmore's possibly looking at top spot if Rushmore can beat Hertfordshire as well, which I don't think they can because I think Hertfordshire will go undefeated this season.
Right. Okay.
Until the playoffs, and then anything can fucking happen. Regular season, I think Hertfordshire goes undefeated.
Shropshire Revolution, so down in the NFC 2, Shropshire Revolution 24, Staffordshire Surge 10. You made me pick the Surge when I wanted the Revolution, and that's fine.
That's not how that fucking went down.
That's exactly what happened.
No, I will clip you. I let you pick first. And you chose the washing powder. I got the fidget spinners. All right.
I'm just looking at
I was gonna say, are you frozen? What's going on here? This is really entertaining. Really entertaining live stream.
Well, Russ, he's watching it, so it's fine.
Well, send it in the comments, Russ. I picked the fidget spinners. You picked the washing powder. And the
spinners won.
The spinners won. It didn't go well for you. Got it. Stampede.
I think Hughes Valley a bit of a dark horse team this year. I don't rate them when I think about them, but they get. That's more honest, right? I think I always see them as a struggling team for the last few years, so I don't have it in my head that they're going to get many points, and they're doing really well. I know they lost this game, but Hertfordshire Stampede are one of the better teams in the SFC 2 Central, and they ran them close, 6-point difference.
It's been a mixed bag of performances from Ooze because because the thing is, I wonder if it's more a reflection on that whole division, right? Because that they both times against Hertfordshire, they've scored. So first game they lost 34-27, and then this one they lost 33-27. So both 1-score games against sorry, not Hertfordshire, Hereford. But then they lost comfortably to Swindon. Swindon beat them 26-7. They comfortably beat Berkshire 24-6. And then they got the absolute shit kicked out of them in a cross-division game against Portsmouth. But I think it's more of a reflection on the strength of the quality of that division. So it's when you take them out of it and you put them up against a team like Portsmouth, they don't look great. But in their own division, you're like, well, it can go any way. But they've got Swindon next week, who they lost to comfortably. But now that they've run Hereford close again, could that be a closer game? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. SFC2 East. East Kent Mavericks 56, East Essex Sabre 3.
Yeah.
Sabres, sorry.
Sabres, yeah. And a game that maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, you'd have definitely said East Essex are winning. Yeah. I said last week, and that's a huge point difference there.
It's massive.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Mavericks they're going to be promotion contenders, not just playoff contenders, right? Like,
yeah, it's looking like it's going to be them. Who else is in the South Div 2 that they would have to sort of worry about playoff wise? Let's have a look. See, so Hereford is one that pops up. Colchester in their own division, but they've got 2 draws. Right, Portsmouth and Somerset for sure are ones that they will have to go through for promotion probably. So yeah, I think I would take Portsmouth over them.
Yeah. Oh, would you? What, Portsmouth over the East Kent Mavericks?
Yeah. It's not like I've got a bias or anything.
No. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, right, let's move on to that game. Like I said, there's a lot of talking points.
That game. Portsmouth Dreadnoughts in the SFC2 West. Portsmouth Dreadnoughts 20, Somerset Wyverns 6.
It was crazy.
What happened?
Just okay. So the Wyverns scored first, right, and then they scored. I think it was a pick 6. Yeah, it was. It was a defensive. It was a defensive score. I think it was a pick 6, and from around the 10, 15-yard line, the player that was running the ball in put his hand in the air like that, and that was enough to call it back.
Yep, that's. Any celebration is excessive celebration.
It was taunting, is what it's called.
Oh,
that was what they called it. So he got done for an unsportsmanlike.
But I thought Somerset. Well, no, that makes sense. Somerset is from Taunton.
That's terrible. It was awful. It was really like the people went nuts in the worst rule in Britball, and I went on a rant for ages because it really irks me, especially when it's a defensive player. It's an amazing thing for them to actually score a touchdown, and everyone should go crazy. In no comment on the refs, we didn't take care of our business. Enough said. That's Lucia's.
It's very diplomatic.
Yeah, so James said best rule when it goes with you. Yeah, and I've been on a benefiting team of the rule, and I still hate the rule. It was awful. Like, because what then happened was Portsmouth took over and they scored on like within the next 2 plays, like a big 60-70-yard run by Paddy. He was a hell of a player. He had a hell of a game.
Oh, Paddy
and then all of a sudden, and then they did I think it was then they had an extra point. The punt got the extra point got blocked or a muffed snap or something, and the ball was just like on the ground, and one of the refs blew the whistle, and so Wyverns were going nuts because they honestly had the opportunity to just pick the ball up and run it down for 2 points, and then they would have been ahead 8-6. They were then going back to everyone was getting set up for the kickoff, and the ref decided, that wasn't. I think they call it an errant whistle or I don't know, an incorrect whistle. They got the Portsmouth. Portsmouth were allowed to retake that PAT, and they scored it, so they went in 7-6 up. It was fucking like, and that was just like the first set of scores. But like after that, we had a very good angle of it, and I said this on the stream. There was a pass it went through the hands of the receiver, hit the ground, I think it then hit a Dreadnoughts player, and the receiver ended up back with it in his hand, and they called it a completion. I was like, it fucking. And you know, like I said, we had a perfect angle on it, so you can go and watch it and you see it very clearly. But you can sort of see why the refs maybe didn't have the best angle, but obviously everyone was going nuts about that. I put our guy back on a field goal attempt by Somerset. He had a big gap to run through, and they called it dead. Yeah, it was crazy. Rachel's there. All I'm saying is nothing. She was at the game. It was crazy. It was, but it like, and the game was competitive and close for the first half. I think Portsmouth were doing a poor job on their discipline, and I kept saying that on the stream, and they sort of tidied that up a bit. There were still penalties called either way.
Portsmouth, an ill-disciplined team? No.
Yeah, and it was destroying
the
them.
guys that I know are all really calm and collected, and
yeah,
not hotheads, not
blown dead,
not hotheads at all. Like I don't know any ill-disciplined players that play for Portsmouth.
James is saying the ref apologised at halftime for the shit first half, which is nice. Like I didn't know about that. That's quite a nice thing to know about. But
did he apologise to both teams or just
had a bit of a shocker? And then there was another. I can't remember the circumstances, but there was another errand whistle for no reason that killed a play, and it shouldn't have done. That happened later on. It was yeah. And then someone commented there was, and I've heard this before this day, right? But the head coach of the Wyverns can also goes in at quarterback, and he did, and he's known as a very dirty player, and there was a play.
That's a controversial. That's a controversial thing to make.
I just said that's what I said he's known as a dirty player, and that look, people were saying it in the comments and stuff when he came on, and then there's speculation that he hit someone on the floor after he got sacked, and there was a bit of a scuffle. But
I did see early in the show someone mentioned about a quarterback punching someone on the ground or some shit.
Yeah, that was it. That's what they're saying. And I didn't see a punch thrown, but I saw the scuffle. You know, the aftermath of that.
So one thing that Rachel said she was going to say nothing. So because I questioned, because James said that the ref came over and apologized to him, and I just asked, did the ref apologize to
the Wyverns? Rachel saying no,
because if he didn't, like, that's a little bit fucking weird.
Just shows you why there were so many favourable calls for Portsmouth in the second half.
Yeah, just shows you why the Dreadnoughts won 20-8.
Balance it out,
fucking rigged.
Yeah, there was. Oh, mate, I'd say go and watch the live stream. It's a good game, but then it gets. I think, like, and I said it on stream. It got to the point where I think the Wyverns just felt it was a little bit futile. Like, they were still trying. There were some good plays, but like they were like, well, this is a pain in the ass. Like, not dirty, just a hothead. He was hit on the ground. I think you were saying, retaliated, and it caused the scuffle. Not a good look for either team.
And then
this year we've had games where the refs have seen an offense but not flagged because it's not part of the seen an offense. Sorry,
so didn't flag. We've had to accept.
I hear that all the time. It's not my area. Like, fuck you. Like, what a stupid fucking thing. I've heard the same before, Rich.
I don't think it's a good look if officials are going to apologise to one set of coaches for calling poorly, and not to the other set. Yeah. Like if you're apologising for calling a bad game, like, because your calls are affecting both fucking teams. It doesn't matter whether one team is benefiting from it or not. It's affecting the flow of the game. If you're apologising to one, apologise to both. Otherwise, don't fucking apologise at all. Just sack up, take it on the chin. You've called a shit game. Just call a better fucking game in the second half.
I don't know that the result would have been different, right? But I think the game would have been
different. It's not a good look.
From the first one, right? From that first defensive player, he didn't like put his fingers up at anyone or high step. He was just like, yeah, like, I'm fucking scoring a touchdown. Do you know what I mean? Like, his whole sideline's cheering, everyone's going nuts, and he puts his arm in the air and it gets called back. And I think if that had counted, the Dreadnoughts would have then been 2 scores down, and I think it would have been a little bit of a different, like, played out a different way. I'm not saying the result would have changed, but that call makes for a different game. There were some bad calls on teams. Surprised they didn't. Yeah, apologise to both teams. Yeah. Well, I know we're just going off Rachel says it. So it's not we haven't heard straight from the coaching crew. Not that Rachel's wrong. We were taking a sort of word, but just sort of like give him a benefit. Because we don't want to sort of. I don't want to create sort of witch hunts.
No, I'm causing drama. It's what I'm all about.
But just go back and watch it, and in the second half, the game just got away from the Wyverns. But I don't think they've got anything to fear for the reverse fixture, which I think is going to be really cool. Someone asked me if we're going to live stream that. I've already said no. I haven't even looked at it, but I'm like,
you were bullied into live streaming this one because it was the head-to-head clash, the fucking like there was a lot on the line for this one. The reverse fixture, while it's still exciting, we've had a winner on one of the fixtures. Like, it's no longer a what if scenario. There's not the mystery of immovable object, unstoppable force sort of thing. So
a lot more four-man crews this year than last season.
Yeah, so Aaron's saying we've had a lot of four-man crews this year. Where last season we had 5- and 6-man crews. 4-man crews tough. Does seem the refs just focus on the game, not going to total shit. Well, it sounds like this one almost did. Anywho, so you got that prediction right. You did predict Portsmouth to win.
You got it wrong.
I did get it wrong because you bullied me with your guilt.
I guilted you. Yeah, I wouldn't say I bullied you.
Yeah, you did guilt me. And I will learn from that and not let you pick Portsmouth first in front of me anymore. Fuck you. If you want to play on your allegiance to Portsmouth, you need to fucking pull on the jersey for them. Go play for them. Run out. Have a game. Have a game.
We'll see. I'd like to before I finish playing, but I'll be in like my 60s.
Mate, there's still people in their mid-50s playing now for some teams.
Yeah, no, that's what I think. I've got 15, 16 years left in there. It's time.
Maybe not. I'll get there. Maybe not at linebacker though, bro.
Oh yeah, I've fucking lost loads of weight, man. I'm like,
I must have found it because I'm fucking big and I'd still be quicker than you.
There's no way you're faster than me. I'm fucking lightning,
mate. Foot race. We'll fucking meet up and I will smoke you.
I know you're fast for your size,
mate. I will smoke you, mate. I will smoke you.
Shut up.
It will get to a point where Bex is carrying you off the fucking sideline and you're just crying to yourself. Oh, I'd leave you.
You've got literally no chance.
I could probably run faster backwards than you could fucking run forwards.
No way. Like, just unbelievable. Anyway, let's just go on to the.
Watching you run is like watching a 3-legged sack race because you got your fucking walking stick along with you at the same time anyway. Oh, I would kill you in a foot race. 40-yard slash, but not sure about the dash.
True.
You would. You definitely would.
I don't know why people are trying to entertain the notion. There's whatever. Let's just keep going.
No, it's not going to happen because you're scared. You are 100.
We are not welcome. We are not welcome there.
No, we are definitely not welcome to the Brit Bowl. Like, I'm gonna have to fucking shave my beard and put like a big fucking hat on and everything to even get in to the semi-final that the Wolves are going to play in London because they'll be on the lookout for me. I'm public enemy number 2. Like, obviously you're number 1. They sued you. No,
they don't. They
tried. Sorry.
They try and fail. Wankers. Anyway,
is it time for next week's? Is it time for week 11 predictions?
Yeah, let's go. Right, so let's try and get through them quick.
Oh, the predictions are always quick. We don't really give justification. We just say this team's going to win.
Well, it depends. If it's a closer game, then we talk a bit more. But Titans, Pirates.
That's not a closer game. It's just there's nobody in that division that can run them close.
No. Phoenix, Panthers. I go Phoenix for that. I think.
Hang on, I've got 3 fucking different Sportank tabs. I'm picking the Phoenix over the Panthers as well. I don't think that's very controversial. Do you?
No. Aztecs, Thrashers.
Aztecs for sure.
Season's play Sunday. You can rate it at half time. I think you guys need to see us stood next to each other to really appreciate the size difference between us.
And how embarrassing it's going to be for Steve when he loses. Yeah, and how embarrassing it's going to be for Steve when he loses to a guy that's probably, what are you, like 15 stone now? 14 stone?
No, 14 now.
Yeah. So the fact you're going to lose to a guy who's like 7 stone more than you is fucking embarrassing for you.
It's just, I don't know what you're talking. I've always been a very fast runner. Like,
yeah, and you've always been slower than me. So
no, what are you talking about? Anyway,
I've been a fast runner, but I've still been slower than the big dude who stands beside me.
Hey?
Yeah, I was just saying, I've always been a fast runner, but I've still always been slower than the big dude who's standing beside me.
I don't know what makes you think you're faster than me.
The fact that we used to run side by side on the field and I left you in my dust.
Show me some footage of it.
Cool. I can show you footage of where you're nowhere to be seen on plays because you just haven't reacted. No, you've got a bit of reaction time and I still run you down.
Fuck off.
Look, you're as slow as a wet week.
I don't know where you're getting this intel from. This is wrong.
You're like a fucking work. You're like a working Monday.
Mommy and Daddy, stop it. It's me. I do.
Yeah, he does, and that's why it's embarrassing for him when he loses. I don't like it when you
argue. Right, let's move on.
Really? You're rubbing your eyes like you've got to make a decision. Like
no, just trying to stay awake.
Oh, let's be honest. There's no fucking indecision or anything around this game, right? It's Aztecs all day.
Yeah, me,
If they played them 10 times out of 10, the Aztecs would win this.
Yeah. Then we've got the Aberdeen Roughnecks and the Clyde Valley Blackhawks.
I feel like that could be a close game.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Clyde Valley.
Oh, good. Because I'll go Aberdeen. I wanted to go.
You want the Roughnecks? Okay, cool.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think that'll be a close game, but I think I've bashed a lot on Clyde Valley, and I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to fucking, like I've said that they're just beating up on shit opposition. And then when they run into the Stags and the Tigers, they just get shit on. If that's the case, I was calling the Roughnecks one of those shit opposition, so I need to back them up. Yeah, I'm taking Clyde Valley.
Scunthorpe Alphas, Yorkshire Rams. Good game.
Yeah.
Good game. I'll let you pick first. I'll go you pick first.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Oh, yes.
I thought you were going to take the Alphas. I'm going to take the Rams. I think so. The Rams have had a week off since they lost to the Vikings, and I think they bounced back in a good way.
Oh, I think they're on a wicked spiral now.
Yeah?
No. But I just fancy the Alphas. I think the Alphas are class. Go back to Dredge Wyverns game. My head coach approached refs at half time and they did apologise. They
never came to him. Okay. So he had to go. Yeah, he had to go chasing the apology.
Yeah. Say sorry as well. Say sorry to me as well.
I saw you talking to Portsmouth. Say sorry.
I saw you. You was all like this with your palms in the air. I knew what you were doing. Hand over your heart like
that. I saw you down on one knee begging for forgiveness.
Do it to me. Anyway,
I want you to grovel.
Thanks for doing that, Rachel. I really appreciate it.
And now we've just memed it. Northumberland, Darlington. What?
Vikings Steam.
Yeah. Vikings. This will be This will be a painful game for Northumberland.
Oh
no, Darlington. Sorry.
Yeah, the next one. I was about the next one, which is NFC 1 South, the Sheffield Giants and the Sandwell Steelers, a Premiership fixture last year.
Yeah, now it decides who ends up in Div 2. No, the Giants. Like
I go Giants.
Both teams are free falling, but Sandwell's falling a lot fucking faster.
Yeah, and then Caesars Knights. Oh, what are you gonna do this time?
I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time these two teams played, and I forego my love. I forego my love, and I back the Caesars. Like it's just
your puddle deep love.
Yeah, my puddle. Yeah, 100%. I dipped my fingers. Oh, I love North Ends.
Oh, that's too. Yeah. No.
I picked North Ends against everybody. I've got a little fucking. I made sure that I got little bylaws written below my love for North Ends, and it says does not include when they play Nottingham.
Stallions Olympians again.
Oh.
And the Stallions are at home this time. Who are you going for?
So the Stallions beat them on an away game.
Correct. This week, yesterday.
Are you? You
know,
know,
you do.
I'm picking Wembley, but they're gonna lose.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pick
like Brit Ball logic. Brit Ball logic is Wembley lose this game.
Yeah.
Because they're now playing at home.
I'm going O's.
Yeah, I knew, and I'll fucking color my one in red already, and I'll color your one in green because I'm picking the Stallions, but they lose this game.
Finally, the truth comes out. Do the race and I'll give 20 quid. No, I'll give 30 quid to the Amley Fund to not do it. How about that?
You can put as much in and take as much out as you want.
Oh no, a donation's still a donation. I don't. It's not like it goes to my bank account. Fucking
every time you get paid by your employer, you're like, oh look, I made a 1,600 quid donation.
And guys, if you just if you could just buy some tickets for the latest raffle, mortgage is coming up.
Right, Hertfordshire, Bournemouth.
Hertfordshire for me.
Yeah, Hertfordshire. It's just like even with Sam returning, Bournemouth.
Oh, that's a good QB. That's a good factor. But yeah,
it is. It just means that maybe Bournemouth will score a few more points. But I'm stuck in my until the Cheetahs lose. I'm not picking them to lose. Like,
unless they play Nottingham Caesars, because that's how you know more friends.
No, there's no amendments. There's no addendums to my Cheetahs pick.
Tank merch for the mortgage fund. Sorry,
Spud tank.
I need to start promoting the raffles again. I ain't done it for ages. I
should also start producing some merch so I can fucking wear it.
I know. I've had to spend thousands on this streaming kit. That's why everything's sort of slowed down.
And Tebs is still butchering the stream.
It was all Tebs' idea, and Tebs still fucks up stuff.
Yeah. He made you spend all this money just to jeopardize your stream quality.
Stitch me up, yeah. No, it's doing well. Like, we just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is amazing considering we had less than 400 in
beginning of the year. Yeah. Thank you for your support, guys. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Really cool. Right, next one. NFC 2 West. The Lincolnshire Bombers and the Crewe Railroaders.
Crewe looking good. Vikings versus Steam. Oh, should go. That's actually a close fucking game for me.
Vikings versus Steam.
Yeah. So Northumberland. So Kevin's going back to Northumberland versus Darlington. Like I'm in Darlington for work on Wednesday, and Northumberland are a pretty close team to me. Like, doesn't matter whose home game it is; it's still pretty close. I'll see what the missus is doing. If she's got something planned on, I might make the drive up or down depending on where it is. I'll talk to Murat because he's still linked up with the Vikings.
Yeah, was he playing for them?
He said he's playing sparingly. He's got a problem with his fucking sciatic nerve, so he's playing limited.
I've had a sciatic nerve injury.
Yeah. So he's playing limited snaps here and there, but he's really enjoying it, and so he's still linked up with them. So I'll have a chat with him and find out where the game is, and maybe go stick my head down and insult Darlington from the sideline.
I'm gonna go Lincolnshire Bombers.
Yeah. I'll start up my own stream with hookers and blow. Hookers.
That's what I did with sport. That's what Gridiron Hub was.
Yeah. Fucking I'll start my own.
With hookers and blackjack. Yeah. Like, we're not going to pander to Brit, but we're not going to pander to the national governing body or anyone.
Yeah.
Here we are, years later. Double coverage don't exist anymore, so we think we won.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when what was it? Old mate used to have a whinge about us in his Facebook chats.
Yeah, But there's talk now. So what BAFA are trying to do, I've heard through the grapevine, is they're trying because they want immediate, like they get
through the grapevine.
They get a lot of people pecking at them saying, "Why aren't you doing more with Sports Tank? They're putting so much into the game and doing so much and all this," and they can't because of what happened. I haven't made it like public information, but basically they just can't, right? Like we
get a public. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. We get behind the scenes.
And the private, just fucking nothing. Fuck you, yeah. And so what I've heard that they're trying to do now to try and circumnavigate that is encourage others to set up
cat sighting.
Cat there, cat cam. encourage others to set up like a new double coverage, as it were, but like a new media outlet that will be that they will have a good relationship with, because they don't want to try and mend the relationship they've broken with us, which they broke it, just to let everyone know.
Yes, it was not instigated by us.
And given multiple chances to fix things, to work together, and they just fucking blank me. Arseholes. But anyway, so there will be emerging soon another, I don't think it's going to be called double coverage, but another media outlet that is in cohorts with BAFA. And I just think it's going to be people will cotton onto it again, realize that it's a load of shit, because they're not saying controversial things or anything that anyone else agrees with, and it will all be fluff. And yeah,
he's named after another. He's named after another historical figure. My cat that my partner named is Sir Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot. Why is that? Why did Joe call him name him, label him?
Label him. We chose his own gender. He told us what he identifies as. He identifies as a cat.
You should tell people you've got a non-binary cat or gender fluid cat. That'd be amazing. You say, his name's Sir Lancelot.
Why is my cat gender fluid? Well, because we cut his balls off, but occasionally we glue them back on.
No, it's just his choice. It's just their choice. Sorry, it's their choice.
He keeps pissing on the sign that says gender in the house.
You can't say he. You can't say he. You don't want to upset.
It.
You don't want to say, no, they, them. They, them, the pronouns.
I've only got one cat.
Yeah.
So why is it them?
Random tangent, Joe.
Yeah, Jake's bingo card. Yeah, it's on his left cheek. His left cheek.
Just so you know, he's yours in case he runs away. Yeah. Let me just check. Yeah, that's him.
I wanted to pounce a lot. But that was after the fact, and that's not an original. That is from anybody who's played any of the Dragon Age games. That was the cat in one of the nicknames from one of the characters had a cat in Dragon Age Origins. No, Awakenings, the DLC that came from Origins, and then in Dragon Age 2. So pounce a lot. Moving on, Bombers versus Railroaders. You're picking the Bombers. I'm taking Crew.
Yeah. Where is the weather chat?
Where's the weather chat? Yeah. So British Greyhound Films is going to fill out his bingo.
Sunday, it pissed it down on us and all of our equipment, and I've still got to dry it all. It was annoying.
Because there was like 100,000 people at download, we had 2 storms that were supposed to hit where we were at Castle Donington, and they reckon that because of the amount of movement and like occupation of the people, we created like our own little fucking weather system. That there was thunderstorm that passed us over, and it went around the outside on both fucking sides.
I've never heard what. So the pressure increased the air pressure.
Yeah.
And fucked off all the clouds.
Yeah, pretty much.
We get it. You went to download. Yeah, and he's just come up with weird facts about it now, isn't he?
Brought to you by.
They sold 1.6 million in merchandise.
They did. Well, there we go. So
yesterday, yeah, good
fucking hell. Are you that desperate, Kevin? Are you guys that fucking desperate that
the mole rat
is starting?
A heat island from the bodies.
No, we love Murat here. I was one of his groomsmen, so I can take the piss out of him. Yeah, there we go. That is exactly what it is. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Tony's one. All the shit I talked.
I bet you haven't seen 9 in years.
Yeah, and then Murat is James's hero. Yeah, there's a lot of love for Murat on the you'll find on the rundown. There's very few people that will speak badly of the mole rat.
He's a good dude.
He is. He's a quality human being.
Swindon Storm and the Ouse Valley Eagles.
I'm picking the Storm. They beat them last time. I get the Ouse Valley is up a good performance.
They can just plot anywhere on the win-loss, good performance, bad performance graph, can't they? At any time.
Yeah.
You never know where they're going to be next.
But they put up a strong performance against Hereford last time they played them, and then they played Swindon a couple of weeks later and lost comfortably. Actually,
I always preferred Murat to Miles.
I preferred you when you were actually the size of a left tackle, Paul. I saw a photo of Paul Hook, right? They named him as a game day captain. He's playing left guard, I think.
Yeah.
He's playing left guard. He looks like he spent a summer at an Auschwitz like summer camp compared to the old Paul Hook that I knew. Oz is wish.com, Murat wish.com. Yeah, it's Paul looks like he's spending his summers out in Austria. I just want to say,
so now we've got Holocaust.
Yes, Holocaust, obscure Holocaust reference added to your bingo card. If you've got that, send your bingo card into Steve.
Yeah.
You'll get some Sport Tech merch.
The Wyverns travel to Cornwall. Sorry, the Cornwall was supposed to travel to the Wyverns. We might see a forfeit here.
No, I think Cornwall. I think they'll make it. Oh, Poland. Sorry, yeah, not Austria, Poland. You are correct. I haven't been out there myself. Chasing around the kids is like, don't chase kids. Do not chase kids.
Don't turn it into a.
We never said his kids.
Pedophilia. There we go. Who had pedophilia?
He said he's just chasing kids. Don't chase kids.
Wyverns Cornwall.
Are you picking Swindon? Sorry, you Ouse Valley or Swindon, by the way?
Swindon.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure.
I don't think I said it. Corn Bay.
I think Somerset wins this comfortable. I think Cornwall will turn up. I don't know if they travel well, but I think they do play the game. And okay. Are you calling a forfeit?
No, I'm calling a Wyverns win.
Is there less games this week?
Forfeit,
right? Is there less games this week? Have I missed some?
No, I think that's right.
Let me just fucking rattle them off quickly. If you can scroll down and make sure I've got them.
Scroll down where?
No, as in, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Right.
Well, what do you mean? You're not looking at my computer. What
no, so I'm gonna read out who you've predicted. I'm gonna read out who you've predicted to win. And you're going to tell me if I've missed a fucking game.
Go on then.
Titans, Phoenix, Aztecs, Roughnecks, Alphas, Vikings, Giants, Caesars, Olympians, Cheetahs, Bombers, Storm, Wyverns.
Correct.
Right, so I haven't missed a game.
Correct.
Cool. Wonderful. Oh, it's because the fucking Kings are no longer there, so that's why it looks like there is a lot less games than usual though. There's at least four less games this week than usual.
Is there? Maybe we've missed some out. I don't know. I'll get Dom to do a scrape. We'll just go off of those.
Have we missed any games? Cats Exiles. There we go. Kent versus the Cats are supposed to be playing this week.
Are they?
Well, Cats. I'm picking the Cats on that. That does not.
Yeah, Cats.
That makes sense because we've only got one game. We've got 2 games for the Prem North, but only 1 for the Prem South.
Yeah. Sorry, I might not have the right fixture list up. Let me have a look. Let me just see where. Well, I've got the fixture list up, but I haven't updated our website in a while. So it could be wrong.
Thank you, LL Cool P. Thank you, Dave. See, I thought there was at least. See, this is okay. This is the same amount of games that we played in week 7.
Matches. Let's have a look. There should be 15.
Fuck. I got 14. I've got 14. 15 would be Dunfermline, Glasgow.
Dunfermline, Glasgow. Yeah, that's which they put as cancelled, which I don't get because Dunfermline already have impacted. Have already impacted games with their loss record. So I don't understand why they didn't put them all as walkover wins for the opposition.
Right. Okay. But yeah, so just quickly touch on Cats versus Exiles. I don't think there's much to be said about that in terms of whether it's going to be a competitive game or not. I feel like the Cats are going to win that comfortably. Pad their stats, they're for and against, and Kent, it's just another rough week until relegation, I suppose.
Yeah, shame.
It is a shame because they've been a little bit of a stalwart, haven't they? They've been there for a couple of years now.
Yeah, they did well. They did well for a few years. And you had Solent saying we want to do a Kent when they went up. Like we want to stay up. We want to, you know.
Do you now?
Yeah,
So we'll see.
I don't think
We'll
they're
see.
saying it now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see you in Div 1 in 2 years. Okay, now
cool. But yeah, I think that's everything. I didn't have any other topics.
it's 10 o'clock.
It's 10
We're bang on time. We went for a 9 o'clock finish, and here we are at 10.
Yeah.